We love hip hop.
Okay, last but not least, I have here student visas got cut in half. Okay, so they were talking about it. I'm going to show you all a news clip right now because this is a clip from a couple of weeks ago when Carney was talking about it.
Yeah.
But now he actually made it happen as of last week.
Ottawa plans to cut international student admission targets almost in half to around 150,000 annually starting next year. The planned number of temporary workers, that's being cut to 230,000 in 2026, down from about 368,000 this year. The government also plans to admit 380,000 new permanent residents annually for the next 3 years, with almost 2/3 of them going to economic immigrants. Well, the number of permanent residency visas being issued for family reunification and humanitarian reasons, that's being reduced.
And the federal government intends to slash the public service by 10% over the next 3 years, eliminating up to 40,000 jobs. It's straight from the election promise to cut the number of federal employees solely through attrition.
They're cutting public service by 10%?
Yeah, and they're cutting, like, so at one point it was 355,000 student visas that they were giving per year. They're cutting it down to like 150,000 student visas they're going to be giving in 2026 instead.
But it's like we're cutting services and then importing economic immigrants, like for jobs.
Yeah, because they still said 500,000 economic immigrants, right?
Yeah, but when they say economic immigrants, they're not just saying we're just grabbing anybody.
No, they have to be able to work here.
Yes. We want your brightest and best, I think is what they're trying to get at.
They're going to bring in 1 million people plus over the next 3 years, which is actually a lot, especially considering most of them will probably go to the main cities.
Yes, but at least maybe this
not
time.
As much as before.
Yeah, because I think they were doing 1 million a year at one point.
Like, more than.
Yeah, between 2020 and 2024, 2023 or whatever, like around the pandemic times when Trudeau said that we need to like bring in more people to compensate for other things that were going on over here. It was like 1 million a year.
But you know who's suffering right now is schools because their admissions are significantly lower when they stop bringing in as many international students. So now the schools have to lay off staff and workers because they aren't able to, accommodate for a larger amount of people.
I didn't think about that part right there.
Yeah, a lot of schools were suffering when they started doing these things.
Yeah. But the thing is, yes, some of those, like a lot of schools were suffering, but it also helps to circumvent all of those fake schools that were being made, bro.
That's true.
So there was bare fake schools getting made. There's one of the things that I was going to add to the list, but like a fake trucking company that got created where guys are like giving permits for trucks for like $4,500 and then mans are just driving these trucks and crashing them and shit. Like
killing families.
Yeah, bro. Like we need to like, I'm not saying, cut off the immigration. Like salute to the homie Puck Daddy. He was like 0. Right? But like bring it down and make it a balance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I noticed the other day when I went to Timmy's, like there was a few different races of people there.
Wow.
Yeah. It caught me kind of by surprise. I was like, because, I don't want to sound crazy, but at one point it was like all the Timmy's only had Indian people.
All fast food is only Indian people.
Yeah. And I'm in the ends. I'm in the boroughs. You know what I'm saying? I went to a couple of Timmy's and I was like, I'm starting to see the diversity again.
Yeah, but here's what I will say. A lot of these international students, some of them return back home, but some of them become economic immigrants by way of, graduating and now they're working. They start families here. And I wanted to tell you guys this. So I DJ'd at like a school dance in the Peel board, right? It's like elementary school, like grade like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like, right? The school I go to, the kids were great, by the way. Shout out to them. It was majority Punjabi, right? And I noticed there was a couple things. So one, it was supposed to be for Halloween, but in the Peel board, they banned celebrating Eurocentric holidays or events. So like no Valentine's Day, no Christmas, no Halloween, but they'll celebrate like an
Diwali and
Eid,
things.
Yeah, right? And this is in Peel. Like this isn't in another country, or this is like in the GTA, right?
Yeah.
And they already passed this like rule, right? So I'm thinking, okay, that's interesting. Then what I noticed, so they had a teacher who was telling the students like, yo, hang this poster, hang this, right? What these kids do, and these kids are like from Toronto, so they speak with no accent when they speak English, but they can code switch to speak Punjabi, and all of them understand it, and the teacher doesn't understand it.
Wow.
So what you'll see is like the teacher will say something, you'll hear like one kid make a Punjabi remark, and all the kids laugh. And then the teacher's like, guys, what did I say? No Punjabi. or like, you know, like stuff like
she
that.
doesn't even know what they're saying.
But
that's crazy.
Yeah, bro. But I rate these kids because it's like they have the traditions of, you know, like their Punjabi heritage, but they're very like Canadian and Toronto. So like they're like super Punjabis. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have a sick economy in the next 10 years. They're all going to school together, so maybe those are their future wives and husbands that they're like in the community with.
Toronto's doomed.
But I was shocked. I was shocked when I saw like, oh, you guys banned any holidays that are like Eurocentric, and I was like, in Toronto, the Peel board did this, and I think
that Christmas shit.
And then I messaged one of my friends because she lives in Brampton. I'm like, yo, do you know about this school? She's like, yeah. I'm like, yo, it's literally like 99% Punjabi. I didn't see one white kid. I saw like maybe 3 or 4 black kids, and the rest all Punjabi, right? She's like, yeah, like what happens now is like the black families and the white families, they send their kids to Catholic school to avoid that.
That's crazy.
Okay, I read it.
You know, that's like the loophole. It's like they can't enter here. Like, you know?
Yo, what the hell is happening, fam? This is like, this is a wild country that's happening. I'm not understanding what's happening here, fam.
They literally took over. Like they're the dominant group in that area, and like I have no problem with it because there's always different enclaves. But when it's like publicly funded tax dollars going towards the board, and then you're having like other groups determine what can or can't be celebrated and stuff. I was shocked. I'm like, no, Valentine's Day. I'm like, why? That's not even like a Catholic holiday. That's not a religious holiday. I was like, yo, like I'll come do the Valentine's Day dance. She's like, oh, like we don't do Valentine's Day here. Like they passed this thing where we can't do any Eurocentric holidays. But I'm like, you guys would do Eid and Diwali and things. She's like, yeah.
That's
and
wild.
Imagine you're not Muslim, but like you have to celebrate Eid at school.
It's like, yo, no recess snacks? Hold on. I'll be cheese.
Transfer me, bro.
Imagine like, we're not serving lunch for this month because of whatever.
Nah, bro, transfer me to another school, fam.
It made me understand the value of also like, bro, I think we're gonna have to learn Punjabi, no cap.
You know, you said this a few episodes ago, maybe a few months ago. I think you might be right, broski.
You'll be at an advantage.
Yeah, it might be like our third language at some point.
That's y'all niggas. I'm leaving Canada.
Yeah.
Not if that happens, but like I already want to leave Canada. That's just gonna be like
you took Jake out over the edge. I see Jake move over. You took him out with that one right there.
Because what?
Oh, man.
Bro, and
but a lot of people, not to interrupt you, a lot of people in the comments are like, yeah, you're right. I'm right behind you.
But yo, shout out those kids, bro, because like they're Toronto kids. They're like, yo, how much do you make DJing? Yo, like, do you like it? Yo, I want to be a DJ. But right away, they're like, how much do you make and stuff? And I was kind of like, bro, like, I don't make that crazy amount. Depends on the month. I was trying to be like, yo, depends on the month and stuff. I also do other things, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, I went to university, but I DJ now. Like, you know.
Not as much as your daddy make.
Yeah, like, bro, I don't drive a truck, so he might make more than me. But
or I don't own 4 fake schools.
But I was shocked, bro. I was genuinely shocked. And I feel like the teachers have a hard time with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because like they are outnumbered. Imagine you're teaching and then like you just hear like a Punjabi remark, you have no idea what it means. Everyone's laughing. And like usually when you speak another language in front of someone, like it's because you don't want to say it in the language they can understand.
Exactly. Call her all kind of bitches and hoes, bro.
Yeah, bro. And
then everyone starts laughing. Yo, I'm chased.
Yeah.
I'm chased.
Be like, recess, you're staying in. Detention.
Oh, man.
Would you ban it if you were a teacher?
I'm banning it still. I'm banning it, bro.
But yo, you know what I asked one of the teachers? I'm like, yo, how come they don't make a rule? They're like, we're not allowed.
No, bro, you get fired.
But you should be able to do that. Like only English in the classroom. Like bare places will do that. If I'm in like a Spanish speaking country, like they're gonna make, hey, in class only Spanish. Whatever you guys do outside, like whatever.
Facts.
But they're like, you're not allowed to tell them not to speak in their own language.
You'll come off as racist, bro.
That's not racist.
That's what it'll come off as. Like, yo, you're preventing me from
cultural practice,
my own heritage and cultural practice, basically. Yeah.
But it's just like you should be a little more strict with like the guidelines of school, where it's like in the class, like exclusively, like we're doing English, or like if it's a French class, like we're speaking only French today.
It sounds, with all due respect, kind of like how the Hicks, only English. We only all that meter shit. Only English in this country.
Now, but shout out the Quebec people. certain spots in Quebec, they don't even want none of that English shit.
No, they on it on some French shit. Like they on it.
They will stone cold face you. They won't reply. Like so So I respect that. You know what I mean? Whereas like this is our culture and our spot over here.
Yeah.
You can't bring none of that new shit over here and change what we got
all
going
that
on.
Meter. What do you call it? The wooga wooga. Right? But yeah, in Quebec they don't play that shit. Like they'll understand what you're saying in English and then respond to you in French. Because the responses, as somebody who speaks French, the responses that they're giving you are in responses to your English request.
Exactly.
But they're like, I'm not going to respond to you in English, even though I understand the words that you're saying, which I don't know if it's like being prideful or just hella feisty on another level, bro.
No, that's how you regulate, though. That's how you like set the precedent where it's like, now you, as someone who's like, bro, everyone I speak English to is ignoring me. Let me learn French. You know, like that's kind of what you have to do. You're forced to do, as opposed to like having them adapt to you. You have to adapt to them.
Yeah.
And I think what we're seeing in the Peel District School Board in this instance is them adapting to the students as opposed to the students adapting to them.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say these students are like speaking Punjabi all the time and they speak perfect English. Right. But it's just like they have that ability to code switch that I didn't even see. Like when I was growing up, we had Filipino students, Spanish students. But unless your English is really, really bad and you didn't speak English, everyone spoke English. You wouldn't hear like side conversations in different languages.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't enough for everybody to just be one group. Everybody was mixed together. So it's like you had a couple of Filipino people that they might not even be friends in the same class. You know what I'm saying? They're just Filipino.
Because even when I was in school as well, like middle school, elementary school, like it was always very diverse. Like enough black kids, enough brown kids, enough Asian kids, and like sprinkle some white kids in there.
Yeah,
then, like, that's the class.
Yeah, so it's like you can't be like all just speaking one language because we don't all speak one language. You know, we all come from different places.
The only people that used to speak their own language was like, say, a new student came. And then like they linked up with another student from their country and that student would like speak to them in their language because they can.
Yeah, and then as soon as they got cool, like as soon as they were ingratiated into the school culture, like boom, they were English. Like, they're English.
But there it's like the cool kids are the Punjabi kids. Like they're running the school. So it's like everyone's speaking Punjabi to each other.
Cool and Punjabi should even be in the same sentence.
You're this. You said enough. We got another viral clip this week.
I think that's where we should wrap it. But yeah, man. No, salute to
that's what they go wrap it. Down,
bars.
Mad bars. But yeah, man, salute to all of our Punjabi people, all our South Asian our friends, and, you know what I'm saying? I think we could wrap it from here, man. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.